Hello. So today I am going to show you how to get started on your digital mosaic. So here is our screen, our little slideshow that's available in your Google Classroom on selecting your reference image. We select an image that we're going to use. It can be a photo that you take yourself. I know I have some of you artists that are photographers and you like to take selfies, or you have pictures of things that are important to you or places that are important to you. You can totally use a photo like that, or you can go to Google Image and search something specific. I do have two examples here of fruit. I love fruit. I eat a lot of watermelon. I love blueberries. I love mangoes. I love strawberries. But I have two photos here, and I want to know which one you think is best for a mosaic and why. We talked about this in class. The one reason that we would choose the watermelon is the shapes are bigger. You can see larger sections of color. It's not as busy. This little fruit salad here is very, very busy. And as a first attempt digital mosaic, it would be too cluttered and too busy. So here are some ideas for your digital mosaic. You could do a picture of a food that you like, a plant, an animal, something from nature, like a tree or the ocean, a shoe or shoes, like a picture of a pair of shoes, an object that represents a hobby or your personality. So we're going to get started by going into Google Draw. Let me show you how to do that. So you're going to go into Classroom. Now, it doesn't matter if you are in my period 2, my period 3, 4, 6, 7, or 8. I'm just going to click on period 2. You are going to go to Classwork, and you're going to go into your Mosaic Art Creation. In here, you are going to find a Google drawing that is already labeled with your name. You're also going to find my example, which I did of avocados. I love avocados. So we're going to go into our Google Draw, and you are going to first figure out what color background would you like. This color is going to be showing behind or in between the pieces. If I show you here on this mosaic, I chose gray for my background. This photo isn't going to stay here forever, so we need to choose that color background. It can be any color you want. I recommend going with something that is going to look good with your different values. Like, for example, I did green here, so I thought gray would look good with all of my different values and shades and tints of green. So let me go back to, there is my Google Draw. And what I'm going to do is I am going to right click, and I am going to go to the background, and I can choose a solid background. For example, I could do a magenta. Another background option are these gradients, and they're going to be kind of faded. I can customize a color. I can also choose how it fades, like radial. I like that. I think I'm going to do a gradient, and I am going to do blue. I like that. That's nice. Now I want to get my object or my picture. So if you already have a photo that you emailed or saved to your Chromebook or saved to your Google Drive, you can insert from here. You could go to Insert Image. You could upload from the web, meaning search from the web. You can upload from your computer if you saved your photo to your computer. Also your Drive, okay? I'm actually going to Google search a different way, and I want to show you what that is. I'm going to open a tab, and I'm going to come into Google, and I am going to search. I'm going to do a porg from Star Wars. So we want to find a picture that is kind of zoomed in. The colors are easy to see. So I'm going to scroll here. I really like this one, but the colors, they are kind of dark and not as easily seen. This would be a great one. That's more of like an animated version of a porg from Star Wars. I'm going to come back up here because I think I like one of these better. Let's see. We're going to do this one. This one, the color is really nice. So I'm going to right click on that image, and I'm going to copy the image. I could save if I wanted to save it. save image as, that would save it to my Chromebook. But I'm just going to copy because it's just temporary that I need it. And I'm going to come back into here to my Google Drawing, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste. Now this guy is kind of small, so I want to grab the corner, the bottom right corner, and I want to drag it out. The reason I grab the corner and not like the bottom edge or the side is the proportions will be off. So if I would grab from here, watch what will happen. It'll get really stretched and it will look like not correct. So I'm going to undo up here my little left arrow. And what I want to do is I'm going to bring this over. I'm going to bring this corner up. So I always grab from the corner. And I'm going to scoot it up. And now this little blue piece of paper, I can grab the corner of that and I can actually customize that so it fits my picture perfectly. Okay, so here's my picture of my porg. And now I am ready to start adding my shapes for my mosaic. So mosaic is typically made of little pieces. I'm not concerned about the background. I'm gonna work on just the subject, which is the porg. One thing that I did was I went in here to this little puzzle piece in the top right corner. And this is my extensions. And I downloaded something called the Color Pick Eyedropper. If I don't know how to download, what I would do is come in here to where it says Manage My Extensions. And I would type in here, Color Pick. And what's going to happen is it's going to come up like this. Now, right now it says remove for me because I have it on my Chrome extension. Yours will say add. So you're going to want to add that. So now I'm going to go back to my Google Classroom. Let me find it. I'm sorry, my Google Drawing. And I want to use that Color Pick extension. So what's going to happen is I am going to click on that and it's going to give me this little tool. And I can hover over things and get exact color matches. So watch what I do. If I come over here to this orange and I click, it's going to give me a number, like I think this is called a REX number. And I am going to do Control C. I highlight this upper number, not this bottom one, this one. And I Control C, which copies. And then I'm going to hit Escape. And what's going to happen is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to use this polyline. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to make a shape. It can be a triangle. It can just be a polygon. And right now it just made it a random light blue that it always does. But I want that custom color. So I'm going to come in here to custom. And I am going to paste, Control V, and it's going to give me that color match. And that's the exact color that the dropper got. Now I can change the border color. This is the frame, that picture frame or that border around that shape. I can change that to, I can do that the same custom color. I can also make it that black. If I do keep it the black outline, that's fine, but you want to do that for all the shapes then. You want to keep it all the same. I think I want mine to be the custom color. And what I want to do is I'm just going to keep making some shapes. And I want to keep a little space between each one. And wherever this color is, I can even pop over here if I think that this is the same color, similar. It's a little bit off. I might change that. Again, I'm keeping that little space between each shape because this is a mosaic. We don't want the shapes touching. We want that color that we put in our background to show, and I will show you that in a second. If I need to zoom in, I can zoom in. You do that on your touchpad by pinching on the screen with your two fingers. This is something that's really fun to do, like while you have a movie on in the background, or music on, because the time does go fast. So if I wanted to match that color, I could come back up here. I don't think that color that I'm using right now matches, so I want to get it more close to that orange. So I'm going to come back up here to the color pick, and I'm going to hover over here and get that color. Again, this upper number, I am going to Control C and copy. I have to hit escape because right now this still wants to match the color. And then I'm going to come into the shape and I'm going to go to custom and we're going to paste. And it's going to give more of that orange color. That looks better. This side has a little bit more light on it. So I'm going to select that one. And if I come in here, that custom color now is here because it's a recent color, which is really nice. And I want to grab that polyline tool again so I can come back up here and finish what I'm doing. Just like that. And then there's a little guy here that's orange. Do you see that little orange one? Like that. Okay. So now I'm going to start on this white section. It looks white, but wait till we color match because I don't think the color match is going to look white to us. So what I want to do, I just made my shape and it came in orange because that's what I still kind of had on my polyline tool. I'm going to come in here, use the color dropper, and I'm going to bring my color dropper over here and get that color of that pork's forehead. Copy, Control C, and then I have to press escape. And I'm going to go into custom. So that actually is coming out light blue. Look at that. We thought it was white. It has a little blue undertone to it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some shapes in the section that I feel are all the same value of bluish white. So you do have to use your observation tool, like your observation skills a little bit, because you have to look at when the color starts to change. Like this white isn't really going to stay this white or this light bluish white. I'll show you what I mean. So again, I'm leaving that little space in between, kind of like they are stained glass or a brick wall, and there's that cement that goes in between the brick, like that. So now if I get down here and I realize, you know, I think that color, like that light blue white, this isn't really matching this anymore. So I'm going to come back up and grab my color picking tool, get my color. I'm going to copy, go into custom, and I'm going to paste. And it's going to give me, again, it's another shade that's kind of in the blue family. It's interesting what our eyes see it as and what it actually shows up as when you put it in the color custom tool. So I am going to do this the whole way around. Let me show you what I can do if I want to check myself. I can come up here and grab the arrow tool. I can grab the picture and I can move this down and see what that's looking like. I like that blue. And then I just move this back up to fit in that corner. So that is how you get started on your digital mosaic project. If you have any questions, please ask me. All right, have fun and good luck.